Hey,
What's up?
welcome to episode 105. We made a podcast back in the building.
Sensi Cuatro.
Caesar don't even know what he just said right now. Caesar got on the orange glasses and the do-rag and the Dragon Balls shirt. We got Piccolo and
Piccolo, Android, Goku, Gohan.
Say it with some more enthusiasm.
Vegeta,
You know you're a big DBZ guy.
Goten, Trunks, and Krillin. Always getting murked off.
Yeah, we're doing the video. You can check it out on YouTube. WeMadeItPodcast.com. At We Made It Podcast on all social media. Holler at us. You know what I'm saying? Caesar got the orange, blue blockers on. Back in the building.
Trying to block the haters out.
Yeah, you need to block. You're your own worst hater. So, yeah, you're actually We Made It Podcast worst hater too. I see.
Wow.
Hope y'all are doing great. As you know, we've had some amazing, well, not that amazing, Champions League.
Amazing.
First leg of Champions League semifinals. And as you may know, on Champions League days, we do start with the game. Caesar got his new iPhone now. He getting real particular. Caesar's part of the iPhone gang now. Oh, you can look at our reviews on there now.
I did. We have 15 5 stars.
Okay, but no, I'm talking about the written reviews. I'm sure we got some more. This dude he don't care about the podcast. It's okay.
I do. Damn, it didn't recognize me.
All right. Anyway, Champions League days, we start off with the game recaps. Tuesday,
the best recaps.
Oh yeah, because we're not a game recap show, but we do.
But we still do the best ones.
Yeah, the most detailed, the most analytical. We're the best soccer program in the world. So Tuesday we had Tottenham versus Ajax. No, I was not excited, but I was a little bit excited. Like, Tottenham is boring, but like
especially with the lineup they have right now, with people being out.
Yeah, without Son, yeah. Everybody else, whatever.
Yeah.
But I was kind of excited because I have not seen Ajax play all season, and everybody's on that bandwagon, including Caesar. And I was like, okay, you know what? Finally, I finally get to see them play. I don't think I saw the best version of them.
No, and I was excited for you to actually finally see them too.
Yeah, I don't think I got the best version of them, but yeah, but it was still a decent game. What I did say before the game was that sadly we had the heir to CR7, Son of Tottenham, was suspended through yellow cards. And we had Lucas and Llorente starting up top for Tottenham, and I was like, I wish I could turn this off.
That's disgusting. Just seeing Llorente out there, my what?
No, for me it was seeing Lucas. Honestly, I'm like, he's so fake good. Like,
okay, but Llorente's bad.
he played better than Lucas.
No, Lucas had some moments.
Caesar, stop it. He had no moments. He had moments. He gave the ball away. You don't remember? You didn't take notes.
Brazilians.
That's not true. I hate Bolsonaro, and he voted for him.
You did?
Yeah, he was a Bolsonaro guy.
Really?
Yeah, he liked something on Instagram.
He can be done for forever.
Yeah, I wish you could have said what you were gonna say right there.
Anytime I watch any of those athletes, even UFC guys, they'll be like, "Oh yeah," and then both times I'm like, "I hope you get beat into oblivion."
Yeah, they don't. They win.
They do. They lose.
Also, I put before the game, I was like, you know what? Although I've mentioned this dude many times, I already know what it is. But I'm like, let's see Dele Alli. Can we see Dele Alli today? Can we see who?
That dude big as hell.
Can we see what's up here? Because this dude gets way too much whatever.
Who's better, Dele Alli or Lingard?
That's really tough. I feel like that's like
I got Lingard.
That's mulatto on mulatto crime right there. I don't know if that's right. That might be a hate crime. Are you allowed to say mulatto anymore? I'm not sure.
I think we're done with that.
Oh, okay, my bad. That's a mixed crime.
When I used to think when I was younger, I used to think mulatto was just an ice cream. I didn't know it was like.
You used to think it was just an ice cream because it's definitely not an ice cream.
Okay, I just think it was an ice cream.
Okay, thank you, because you got to take that just out.
All right,
and don't be whispering. 5th minute of the game, Davinson Sanchez, big mistake. And I put that Davinson Sanchez has regressed. He is regressed.
Yeah, and he also looks like a whole different person. I didn't even recognize him. I'm like, who's this older guy? Because I'm so used to seeing that crazy hair and the no beard. I'm like, who is this guy?
He's definitely regressed like Kimpembe, but we'll get on Kimpembe later. But he's definitely regressed. I don't know what's going on with him.
EPL.
Maybe that's it. 7th minute, I put that there hasn't been really any real football yet. What I put in the beginning of the game, but after that, I put that Ajax can out-football Tottenham. It's funny because I put the same thing for Liverpool, Barcelona. I put Ajax can out-football Tottenham, but Tottenham is stronger and takes up more space, so they can counter that and they can win set pieces. This is before the game. And I
You said who's stronger?
I put like Tottenham is like they're like stronger
Bigger,
physically
yeah,
and like
yeah.
bigger, you
Yeah,
know,
they're
so
built,
they can like take up more space. So sometimes if you're trying to football, like just those big bodies kind of get in the way, you know.
Facts.
But it's funny because I put them the same thing for Barcelona, Liverpool, like pretty much the same thing. Your boy Onana be playing way off his line. He's kind of wild back there. He be doing his thing. I think you said that before too.
Yeah,
he be kind of thugging out. He's like, what? Like
he's like, I can make up for it.
Yeah, he's like, we're here already.
Go ahead,
I
man.
got something for you. I got something
The
about him
first
later
African
too.
goalie to make a Champions semifinal. Go
Yeah, I
ahead,
heard
dog.
that. Yeah,
Go ahead.
That's a shame.
He didn't win goalie of the year in AFCON, though.
He did not.
No, he got second place. The guy who won was like some league goalie in Africa.
Is he Cameroon or
He's Nigeria. He might be Cameroon. He's
I
maybe
kind of
Cameroon.
can't remember, or Senegal. I honestly I forgot.
Now I'm mad. I don't know.
Because Cameroon won the last AFCON.
Yeah, but there was some like guy who plays in club down there that won goalie of the year, and he got second, and people were mad. But I was like, you swear like you've been watching either.
Okay, so 15th minute there was a goal by Van der Beek. Going to VAR looked clean to me. Trippier was being lazy and kept him on side. It was a good shot though.
Trippier, man. You're the one that called it first.
About him being black? Yeah, Black Trippier. I forgot.
That's all out now with the hair. Wow, you chilling.
You feel me? He's feeling real comfortable out there now. He was like, if they about to redo Brexit, I'm fine.
Dog.
He's like, nah, I'm good now. Dude, the Brexiteers, like, I'm letting this fro go. Just let your soul go. So yeah, 50 minutes was a good goal by Ajax. They were playing some football before that, but Trippier definitely was being lazy, but it happens sometimes. 18th minute, I put, has Dele Alli touched the ball? Then after that, I put, on God, Danny Rose is a weirdo, and he's the Ricky Williams of soccer. Like, Danny Rose is the Ricky Williams of soccer, and he's a weirdo. He like tackled some dude. I forgot who it was.
He tackled David Neres from behind.
Was it him?
Yeah, and then like he literally.
I thought it was a white guy.
He did a tackle. He literally like just threw him to the ground, and then complained to the ref about being tackled. I'm like, dog, you didn't even go for the ball.
I think he don't have any friends, and I think he's a weirdo, and he's Ricky Williams.
He was trying though today.
He actually had a good game. Towards the end, he was. I think in the second half, he was kind of balling.
I was like, he's doing his thing.
Yeah, even in the last round, he was doing his thing too. 24th minute, I put that Ajax played some beautiful football, got a shot on goal, but Lloris saved it. 30th minute, Tagliafico got a yellow card. 31st minute, Tottenham got both center backs are down after Onana literally world star both of them.
Yo, I was like, this
Onana came out and world star both of them with a double punch on both of them, just clocked both.
Then they get the Dragon Ball Z.
So so we can take it out. We can take it out the suicide. Okay. We can take it out the podcast. We can take it out the YouTube though.
Oh, whatever. So, nobody watching this. Last one had like 2 views. Yeah. Me and you.
So Onana came on world star both of them. I was like, oh dang. So so he's clearing the set piece. Vertonghen looked like, I put that Vertonghen looked like, this is like when he's still down. I was like, it looked like a boxer punched him.
It looked like he got UFC'd.
Like literally, it looked like he got ground and pounded in his face.
I was like, yo.
And so that was in the 31st minute. So like Vertonghen was down for a long time. Yeah. Then he came off.
He was sprawled out.
Then he came off. So the 30th minute, he comes back in. So I put like, okay, Vertonghen's back in. Let's see if he's okay, because Alderweireld was okay. Like he was fine.
Alderweireld or something.
39th minute, he comes off. I put he comes off. He definitely has a concussion, and I put, dog, he might die.
Yeah, the way he
like, you see him stumble.
You see that he couldn't move his right leg.
Dog, okay,
he was like stumbling his foot. His foot like went inside as he was walking.
Dog, when he came off the pitch again, like he almost collapsed.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying at that moment he was like kind of getting there, and then he kind of stopped for a little bit. I was like, yo, he has a concussion.
But by the way,
his motor skills are jacked up right now.
By the way, hopefully Iker Casillas is okay, but we need to see if Vertonghen's okay too.
But no, for real though, it makes you really think that like, hey, you guys aren't taking this concussion protocol serious enough.
Well, I don't know if they have a protocol.
No, they clearly don't, because they had a doctor, like the ref was screaming at like the doctor to come give him look at him last minute before the game in the pitch. Doctor giving okay. I'm like, you didn't really check him, dog.
Well, I don't know. Maybe they just don't. Maybe in soccer, because I mean, look, NFL is
the same situation happened in Chelsea with Oscar, and that was what that reason the chick got fired for.
It's easy. It's happened many times, but like maybe in soccer they just don't have that.
They should.
But dog, they just got it in the NFL, like literally. So like this is a head-to-head contact sport with helmets where they get concussions all the time. So it's going to take soccer some time, but hopefully they can kind of like go faster than the NFL did.
I was worried about him. I was like,
but yeah, I'm like, dang, I hope he's okay because like that looked very serious. So I put. This is terrible, but I put Onana as a freedom fighter if Ajax wins, because he definitely was like, I'm going to take advantage of this, kind of like Sergio Ramos in the final last year. He's like, I can get away with this one, murder on my mind.
Just like, well, come on, dog, you couldn't help yourself, could you? It was building inside you every time, as a minute you were talking. But I think it also kind of reminded me when Noor elbowed or kneed Higuain in the head during the World Cup. Oh, and they didn't call it. I'm like, look at the goalies out here taking people out.
They're like, look,
they get away with.
They be getting away with it. They be having, you know what they be having on their mind. 40th minute, Sissoko came over. Tonyan goes to halftime. In the second half, like I have a little bit of notes, but it was pretty boring, honestly.
It was rough.
I put that. Let me skip most of this stuff. I put that Ajax in the 60th minute. In the 55th minute, I put Tottenham has been dominating so far. 60th minute, I put that Ajax is having really bad touches offensively, but they're playing well defensively. Like they're cleaning everything up, but they're going forward. Their touches were really bad.
Did you mention the goal?
Yeah, I did. 15th minute. 15th minute. 67th minute, I put that Ajax has been poor and lackadaisical. 78th minute, Neres almost scored, but Tadic. I put Neres almost scored, but Tadic had the shot, but Tadic passed it to him, and then Neres, I think it hit the post.
They do that a lot.
Yeah, and that's the one thing I noticed. Like they pass a lot around. I'm like, dog, just shoot it, please. And you said that before too.
Yeah, the only person that really be getting off is Ike, but he didn't have a good game.
Yeah, no, he didn't.
He dyed your hair blonde. You didn't show out. I'm mad at you.
In the 79th minute, Ben Davies came on for Danny Rose, and Foyth came on for Black Trippier. Foyth actually was playing okay.
He looked crazy though.
84th minute, I put that Tottenham still dominating. And 85th minute, I put if Ajax would shoot and stop passing, Jesus.
Yeah, I know.
87th minute, Huntelaar came on at the end, but yeah, it ended up staying 1-0.
Huge goal for Ajax.
Huge away goal. But we saw what Tottenham did at City, so like it don't mean much. You got to come. Yeah, you got to come out and do it again.
That's
honestly,
true.
Like
but
you can't be.
I'm not gonna lie though. Like in that Cruyff whatever arena, they turn up.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
Because it's loud as hell and they go hard in there.
Oh, I'm sure they do. But City be showing up.
But that's England. It's like, that's different. That's different when it's like, I mean,
is it because they play Three Little Birds by Bob Marley at Ajax?
Which is really dope. But
is it 5 or 3? I don't really like that song that much.
It's 3.
Okay.
5 little birds.
Whatever.
On my doorstep.
Oh yeah, on my doorstep. I don't really like that song.
I mean, it's cute though.
It's cute they do that.
But no, I mean, like when it comes to Tottenham beat Man City or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, but it's all in England, dog. I feel like when you fly over England, you see a bunch of holes in the ground. It's all arenas all over the place. There's so many damn teams there. But the thing is like when you're talking about Netherlands, like this is like a little different now. Like it's a little more distance. I have as many traveling fans.
That's what you meant.
Okay. Yeah, I meant like the proximity is different.
Okay, I didn't know what you meant by that, but yeah, no, I feel you. Tottenham definitely still has a shot. Son will be back. So that's a big difference. That's a strong.
I'm okay
player.
with Tottenham winning if Son wins it for them. I'm like, well, give credit to Son then.
Okay, so not Black Trippier, or Danny Rose, or Sissoko, or Wanyama, or Dele Alli. None of them.
Nope, you cannot name another person. I'll say yep for it. Nope. It's definitely going to be if Son wins it for them. I'll be like, that's the second time in basically a year. I'm down.
I need Black Trippier to be exposed. By the way.
Oh, they say he's been doing terrible since the World Cup.
He hasn't had a great season though. Yeah, his crosses were bad.
I don't think he really. I don't think he's like really knows what to like play.
First of all, none of the players on Tottenham are good for real, except for Kane and Son.
Trippier's just kind of fast.
Kane and Son are that's it. That's the only ones. Yeah, he hasn't played in a minute. He was actually at the PSG Rennes game. I think he was at that, or he was at the game before that.
You're not going to play anyways.
He was up there with Thiago Silva actually. In the stands. I don't know if it was that game or the game before that, but he was up there hanging out with Thiago Silva.
I guess everybody forgave that Periscope, huh? It was like, they were like, it was about Cavani, so it's all good.
Yeah, well, it wasn't just about Cavani. He was definitely saying that
He was just
doing some homophobic slurs on
there.
there.
They were just like, oh well, this happens all the time. You just accidentally got on camera. Usually we just do it in the locker room every day.
He definitely did some homophobic slurs on that.
Absolutely did. Which
about
I condemn. And he has a picture with me on Facebook. We'll go ahead.
This is true. On my doorstep. But yeah, so I'm not that excited for the next round, but I do feel like Ajax. I don't know, honestly, because I feel like with Son in there, that's just another monster, dude. Like, if you can take Llorente out and just kind of let Son do his thing up there, like, I don't know.
Yeah, if they could put Son just up there, like, kind of floating, doing his thing, or even, like, have, like, Son and whoever else.
They got to keep him left, because the last game, the last game against City, they tried to, like, kind of put him, like, a little bit central, and it was like, nah.
Yeah, he's really good at left.
Yeah, you got to get him in that CR7 position. But yeah.
Ronaldo.
Indeed. But whatever for that game. The big game today was Barcelona versus Liverpool. That's what everybody wanted to see. I was excited for this game.
Me too.
I had a lot of notes in the beginning. I mean, you couldn't really say which way this game was going to go. No. Like before the game, like I don't really like to do predictions. Honestly, I don't really love to do them. But also this game was pretty even, huh?
Yeah, I didn't know that Firmino got a little muscle injury in the last game. I think it was against. I forgot they played a game on the weekend.
Huddersfield or something like
Huddersfield. When I saw the starting lineup, I was like, oh, I think Barcelona's going to win.
Well, okay, so what I put for the starting lineup, I said, okay, I put Liverpool's going to 4-4-2. I like it because they want to win the midfield battle.
You said 4-4-2?
Yeah, there was
online they showed a 4-3-3. It was wild.
On Bleacher Report, it was showing a 4-4-2.
But when they started the match, like the UEFA feed that they go, they feed through. Yeah, it showed a 4-3 because Wanyama or whatever his name, Wanderlin was like up there in the middle, and they had Salah and then Sane on the right.
Well, left. What's going by like positions? It was a 4-4-2. Like they had 4 midfielders in there and 2 forwards. But
yeah, because actually, remember in the beginning they actually started off with Naby Keita. Yeah, and then they started off with Fabinho, and then Wijnaldum, and so they had a lot of guys in the middle.
Yeah, so it was like a 4-4-2. But I like that to win the midfield battle and put pressure on slow ass Busquets.
Yes. Slow ass.
Barcelona, they're starting Vidal to have more strength and have more strength in the midfield, and that's smart.
I think it was a smart play.
Yeah, absolutely.
See that right there is like, oh, here's a coaching tactic decision. Yeah. I'm going to put this guy here instead of somebody else because one guy like Arthur is known for being more slick, passing, offensive, and Vidal is more a centerpiece, solid. He's kind of both ways.
He's a booger wolf.
He's definitely a booger wolf.
He's a gutter baby.
He's a what?
It's okay. So I put the same thing as Tottenham. I said Barcelona can out-football Liverpool, but Liverpool is stronger and more athletic. And what I put is like, I think that would win over Barcelona because of the Barcelona I've been seeing. Obviously, I was wrong. 4th minute, I put this game is already way better than yesterday.
Absolutely. I was like, here we go.
Finally.
I was like, hey, I'm awake.
Yeah, seriously. 5th minute, I put it. Was that a penalty on PK when he kind of like went on the back of Mane? I think that was a penalty.
I think Mane kind of sold it.
You think so? I think PK didn't push him, but I think he just like laid on his back and Mane couldn't stay up.
I don't think it was penalty worthy, but I can definitely see it going both ways personally.
Okay. 8th minute, there definitely should have been a yellow card on Luis Suarez because he left his feet on that challenge and he fouled him.
Yeah, he definitely did.
I don't know how on earth first of all, this ref was super lazy, and I think it's that same cop. This ref, I think is a Dutch ref, and I think he's a cop also, or he used to be a cop.
12.
I'm like, okay, you're not going to tell me like he jumps, leaves his feet on a sliding challenge, and he fouls him? How is that not a yellow card? I don't care if it's early in the game. Like, if you're going to leave your feet and hit the man and not the ball, that's a yellow card, dude.
Facts.
Anyway, 10th minute, I put the Liverpool's on the front foot. 14th minute, I felt like there could have been 2 penalties for Barcelona. But whatever. It was like Messi was calling for a handball, but I don't think that should have been handball. But the tackle that went in on him, I was like, they're not showing that replay, and I think that dude didn't really get the ball, but I guess he did. In the 15th minute, I put that Messi knows that he got to do it for the team. Like he's like, you can tell like he knows he got to do it.
He's like he looked like in the beginning it was like, oh, we're just kind of doing this, we're battling. Messi's like, if we're gonna just win this,
like, I
gotta thug it out.
Yeah. 20th minute, Naby Keita was down and Henderson was going to come in. I put that Henderson might be better for this game. Henderson, like, he's really good in EPL, but like I felt like, maybe like that size, maybe it's just like he's very decisive.
actually, on the contrary, when I saw that Henderson come in, I was like, didn't kind of like it because I thought Nabil was the only kind of like midfield. Nabil Keita.
But he's hurt. He was hurt.
I know, but I'm saying like it sucks that they're losing him, which is what I'm saying. Because I felt that like he was kind of the only kind of like almost camish midfield they had. Because Firmino being out, Firmino was like their cam. He was a setup man, and Nabil's a guy who has offensive skills and the good dribble in the pass. I thought he would have been missing him because I don't think Henderson necessarily fills in that gap, but he can be a substitute in a sense.
Well, I didn't necessarily think he's better than Keita, but I felt like he would have been a good starter. Maybe even though Fabinho I think had a good game, like maybe Henderson could have been there.
He does his thing in EPL, like you said.
Yeah, no, he's solid. But anyway, 24th minute, Henderson came on for Keita. 26th minute goal, Luis Suarez. It was a great run. Once again, he's great in the box sometimes. It was a great one. Matip definitely fell asleep, but he fell asleep on that. It was a great pass by Jordi Alba, like amazing.
He was zoned out.
Yeah, he fell asleep on that because and you know it happens, but it can't happen.
No. I'm not saying it can happen. That's what I know, but I'm like that happening's not a shocker. I'm like, I've seen that a million times.
Yeah, for sure. And
running through the motions.
Yeah, I feel like Van Dijk was like really upset because he was definitely more focused on that play, and like Matip just kind of like
the commentators were like giving Matip a lot of love. It was really weird, and like I don't necessarily think Matip is garbage.
No, he's not garbage.
But I've just been watching him for years. I've been watching Matip for so long, and I'm like, it's just the same thing with you. Like either when you have a point where you're this high, but his low was really low.
Yeah,
and it cost him.
Yeah,
like his low was too low.
Yeah, for sure. 29th
big
minute.
As hell too.
He's a big guy. 29th minute, I put Messi out here playing defense way deep. I put that YNW Messi got murder on his mind.
I know.
That's what I came up with it right then. I was like, YNW Messi got murder on his mind.
I was literally watching. I was like,
I'm like, he's way deep down there. I was like, who's this little short guy? I was like, oh, that's Messi down there playing defense.
I was like, whoa.
I was like, he got murder on his mind.
Please stop. That's 3 times.
YNW Messi. First of all, stop because you already got the picture prepared and everything. You riding with this,
but now you singing a song all the time.
Oh yeah, and it's not gonna be the last time. 35th minute. Oh, Mane kind of had a bad. It was a bad miss. You don't have to make it, but like, damn dog, they needed you to make that one. In the 35 minute, that one it was kind of similar to Luis Suarez, and he got his foot on it, skied up in the air. I was like, man, you're not going to have too many chances like that in this game. Like, you got to put that away, but whatever. This was that one that you thought it was Jordi Alba that got that. Yeah, so that was the 39th minute, that yellow on Longley. You know, it's Jordi Alba. Like, no, Longley was like, I'm not doing this. I'm grabbing this guy.
I cannot. This man is going to burn me. I felt bad. I was like, that sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks. You get somebody can't slipping and then they just foul you.
Yeah, 43rd minute. I put that it should have been a yellow on James Milner because he's like, bowled over Messi after the ball was gone, like out of bounds. I'm like, that's a yellow card. And then after I put that, Luis Suarez is definitely getting his Diego Costa on this game. Like he's talking hella shit this game.
He was definitely happy to be playing against Liverpool.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna show you what's really good right now, even though I've fallen off so much since then.
Yeah, but he's like, I can still get off in your league though.
Oh, I'm sure. In the 47th minute, still in the first half, I put in all caps. Should have been a yellow on Busquets. I think that was against Fabinho. He slide tackle.
It was like hella late, and then it was like all he did was connect on Fabinho hella late. And I think the lazy ref didn't give it because he felt like it was a slow. And remember when it happened, the ball was in transition.
Yeah, he called advantage.
He kind of just looked at the advantage. I'm like, dog, you got to give
a yellow card, dude.
You didn't even call advantage and come back for the yellow later. You're whack.
I wrote this in all caps. I was like, that should have been yellow on Busquets, and that ref is lazy.
I agree.
So yeah, honestly, whatever. I guess you don't be calling yellow cards okay, but like I'm like the stuff that's obvious, like you got to do it, dude. So the first half, going into the first half is 1-0 Barcelona. Second half, in the 53rd minute, I put that Liverpool is trying to score. What in the world? What the heck does that say? I'm gonna skip it. 60th minute, I put Semedo came on for Coutinho. Does Coutinho gotta go? What do you think? He gotta go?
Go play for a Man U or something.
Should he do that?
Yeah, he should. It's just look like Coutinho. It's cool, but this isn't your league, dog.
Yeah,
this really ain't it because the issue is like when you're on like.
I don't think he runs enough.
I don't think you run enough, and I don't think he's. I don't think Coutinho's good when there's other really, really good people around him. Yeah. Like, he does the same thing in Brazil. He's a drifter, and he doesn't rise. He doesn't rise. He takes advantage of an opportunity, but he doesn't rise. He doesn't be like, yo, I'm Coutinho. He doesn't represent like that. He doesn't do that. Like, I'm like, why are you just like silent? Like, you don't even know he's in the game.
Yeah, dog. Like, he was part of that first goal. He was part of that first goal. He controlled that pass.
He be jogging here, run up there.
Yeah, he just doesn't really make his presence felt. And like Dembele does, when Dembele's in there, he makes his presence felt.
When Neymar had that first injury, I remember like they were like talking about Coutinho. He like did his thing a little bit because he was going because he's by himself. Yeah. But and the same thing, Liverpool, like he can do that. Like there's no one in Liverpool that was like way beyond him.
Yeah, but they didn't have much success with him there.
But still, like he was doing his thing though.
Yeah, but they didn't really do much with
him.
No,
they didn't do with it. But I'm saying like
when he was gone, they turned up.
Yeah. I'm saying like when he has to be that guy.
Yeah.
You know.
When they left, he turned up. When he left, they turned up though. They went to that final.
He honestly kind of reminds me like when he behaves like that. It kind of reminds me of him at Inter. I'm like, oh, like when you're at Inter, like he kind of was just like really good, but sometimes just like disappearing. I'm like, you going back to your old habits, you know?
Yeah. I don't feel like he's very motivated there at Barcelona.
Yeah. It could just be a characteristic too.
Yeah, it could be. It's a personal thing. Okay, so 68th minute. So yeah, Semedo came on for Coutinho's 60th minute.
They should have started Dembele instead of Coutinho.
Yeah, I think they will next game. They're like, yo, let's try to put 8 on Liverpool.
Let's try to put somebody out there who's going to like, go.
Yeah, let's try to break a record. 68th minute, Messi runs and slide tackle fouls. I don't know who it was. He did a slide tackle foul on purpose on somebody. Yeah. After Suarez messed up a shot, I put YNW Messi is so annoyed. He's the only baller on the team. Like, you could tell he was kind of annoyed. Like, he's like, yo, y'all are kind of messing up.
And it happened, like, a few times.
Yeah. You like, like Vidal one time, like, Messi got the ball and Vidal didn't shoot it. Messi
he
was
literally
pissed.
Screamed to go.
He was like, shoot it. Yeah. Like, he was pissed, dude.
Yeah. I was like, damn, I feel it.
I put that.
I actually really enjoyed watching that Messi. That was very enjoyable. That was very good. That's wonderful soccer to watch. It's crazy. Yeah. Like the difference in between Salah and Messi is like just the fact that like for example when how you pronounce his name? Lenglet? I don't pronounce his name.
Longley.
Yeah. Longley. Like when he fouled Salah, he like stopped the play. It's like Messi, you can't really stop him unless you like take him out.
Yeah, because Messi like going,
he's like a pinball. Yeah, and he doesn't lose the ball. Like it's crazy his touch.
Yeah,
like the flashes that Salah shows, Messi shows over and over and over and over.
Like whenever he gets the ball, he got murder on his mind. Yeah. I put YNW Messi's annoyed. He's the only baller, and I put that if they win Champions League this season, he might leave Barcelona.
No, he won't. He was sitting on the ground. He was doing this. I'm like, oh, you're repping. You're happy to be there.
If they win that Champions League, he might dip. Dog.
He's not going. He's gonna be like, y'all need me more than ever. I'm staying.
He might go to Man U. You never know.
I can see him going to Man City, not Man U.
He ain't going to City. Jordy, whatever. 72nd minute, I put that Firmino needs to come on for Milner. Firmino came on at some point. I guess I missed it. 75th minute, Messi goal after Suarez hits the bar off his knee. I put that YNW Messi laid in the rebound with murder on his mind. And
oh my God.
So at this point, it's 3-0. Yeah. Is it?
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's 2-0. After that, I put that Vidal's playing so safe. Like, he's playing so safe. Like, he passed the ball back all the time. Like, I don't know if he's just like, okay, like, I can't be the reason we mess up this game, but I'm just gonna like let me just get it out of here. Like,
you know what he's thinking? Yo, I got a couple games left. I gotta get re-signed.
Or like something. I don't know.
I think he was on a 1-year deal or something.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I think that he was just playing really safe, and he's just like, I don't want to like. Let's try to get that ball.
Go hard, homie. Go hard.
Just try to get.
Because we know you can get off. You can get off, especially when you score on goals.
Let's just get this ball to Busquets, dude. Like
he doesn't want to go out there and score beautiful headers on his own goal.
That's right. So this is the second. That was the second goal. 81st minute, yellow on Fabinho. I put that was a smart foul. But I guess it ended up not being a smart foul because Messi put in the most ridiculous free kick.
Jesus Christ.
I was like, yo.
I was like, how?
I was like, Messi literally woke up in the morning. He got murder on his mind. That free kick was crazy. You know, I think Alisson got a hand on it too. He got like a fingertip on it.
Got a hand on a fingertip, but he couldn't stop three from going in.
Yeah, no.
Oh, and on that final. Was it the second goal you talking about?
That was the third. That was the last goal. Look, the free kick was the last goal.
Because the one that like Suarez tried to knee in and Messi cleaned up.
Yeah.
I was like, Alisson hates his life so much right now.
Oh yeah. And the thing that was crazy is Van Dijk had a really good game.
I think he did, but he had Matip out there.
Yeah, and it's like everybody's defending. It's not just you.
No.
And that was another thing too. Like before, they like, oh, Van Dijk versus Messi. I'm like, it don't work like that.
It never works like
that. That's not how it goes.
There's too many people who run around before he gets to Van Dijk.
I'm like those midfielders.
Van Dijk was going hard.
He's a good player, and he had a good game, but it didn't do nothing.
I'm like that must be so frustrating for him. Like he's just going here and clean up everybody's mistakes.
Yeah. 84th minute, Salah had that tap in, go off the bar.
I couldn't believe that.
Somebody saved it off the line. I want to say it was Rakitic. Saved.
I think it was Rakitic or Alba. Like it hit
one of them. One of them.
I thought it was a handball first.
One of them saved. Saved. I think it was Milner's shot. Somebody saved it off the line. I think it was Rakitic. And then Salah's just like went off the post.
That was like right after that goal, Messi goal.
Yeah, right after. It was 84th minute. 84th minute. Also, Origi came on from Milner. I was like, that's weird. 85th minute, Suarez finally got his yellow card. And then at some point, I realized Firmino was actually in the game. I was like, damn, I didn't even see him come in.
He looked slow and
tired. It was too late. It was
probably injured.
92nd minute, there was a counterattack. I put Messi should not have passed it to Luis Suarez on that counter because Luis Suarez just messed it up. Of course, like he's trying to cross it to nobody.
Yeah, I was like, he doesn't have the speed for that.
Yeah, he does. I'm like, dog, just give it. I think it was.
Jordi Alba
on the other side, yeah. I'm like, just give it to him. Let him shoot it with his right foot at least. Yeah. Like, don't give it to Suarez, dog. 93rd minute, Dembele and Alenya came on for Suarez and Sergio Roberto. Then in the very basically last kick of the game, Dembele should have scored that one. I'm like, dog, what are you doing?
He that poor guy. I was like, damn, you just barely.
I think he had 2 shots that he could have put in actually. So yeah, game ended 3-0 to Barcelona. I put so. Liverpool is also trying to win EPO. Yeah. Their next game is against Newcastle on Saturday, and I put that and they're going to Newcastle, which I guess isn't that far away. It's just like the other, you're going the width of England at the top. But I do think that's going to be an L for them, and City's playing Leicester at home, so we'll see what goes on there. But yeah, amazing game. It looks like, but we can't be too comfortable because last year. Barcelona did beat Roma 3-0, and then Roma came back.
And then the year before that was
it 3-0, and then Roma came back on them.
I don't know why people are saying it's a lock. It's been literally Barcelona's part of every single game where there's comebacks. Either they're part of it or they came back home.
Yeah, exactly.
So don't be sleeping at the wheel, homie.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we'll see.
All it takes is a couple of those Salah and Mane opportunities to go in because I think Liverpool still had more shots on goal or had more shots than Barcelona did. They were going hard too.
I'm not sure, but in the second half they were playing really well. And also for everybody saying how good PK's season's been, he's made some good plays, but he's still very vulnerable back there. For sure,
he can get it cracking.
Absolutely. So yeah, we'll see. I'm not. Either game is still up in the air for me.
Yeah, for me, Liverpool, they're just missing that last link from those midfield area to those Salah and Mane. They're missing that last link up, and that link before was Firmino.
Yeah, for sure.
Firmino was that link that combined everything, and they're just not getting it. It's not going right now.
Yeah, and I feel like Mane can be he can kind of he can drift in and out of games really easily. He's not super intense like that. So maybe when he's getting those silky passes from Firmino and they're linking together, it gets him more into the game. Yeah. But we'll see. So
if he doesn't, they're gonna get rid of him and get Nicolas Pepe.
Oh, I can see that. Well, he's left-footed too, though.
Yeah.
Watch this. Watch Messi. If they win the Champions League, Messi's going to leave, and then Salah's going to go to Barca.
I can see that.
Okay, but yeah, that's Champions League semifinals now. Caesar.
Uh-oh.
We're going to have to go in on your favorite team, PSG.
What?
You used to be a Monaco fan.
I used to be non-PSG. Who are you a fan of? Strasbourg?
I got murder on Messi.
Oh my God, that's 6. Jesus.
Caesar. So I'm sure you heard that. I watched this game. I actually watched it late.
In between this episode, there's been 2 games, right?
But PSG games
yes,
between our last 2 episodes.
There was a Saturday and again.
There was a French Cup final, and then there was Montpellier yesterday, Tuesday. They're playing the same day as the Champions League semifinal again.
Of course.
Like a knockout round game again.
They want to get no ratings.
Because they're lame like that. I'm just joking. It was a yellow vest protest.
It was before the game, too.
Yeah, it was. Look at Caesar. Okay.
I watched a little bit of it.
No, you didn't. So.
All right. I mean, I definitely was watching it while playing Apex, but it was on.
All right.
It was on in the background.
So PSG's got the French Cup final. They already missed out on the Coupe de la Ligue final. I think they lost to Guingamp, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously, they missed out on the Champions League final because they lost.
Guingamp?
I think that's who they lost to in the Coupe de la Ligue at some point. I think I could be wrong though. So they're already missing out on a cup that Unai Emery won last season. And apparently Tuchel's a genius. Who knows? So I watched this game at like 9 p.m. that night, and I didn't know what happened. I like somehow, I somehow had figured out a way. You Games
of Thrones it, and you avoided all the spoilers.
I didnit see anything, like nothing at all. But it was kind of annoying because I recorded it, and it went into like both extra times, and then it went into penalty. So like I wasn't able to get the whole recording. So I had to look up what actually happened at the end, but whatever. So this is PSG versus Rennes in the French Cup final. Shout out to Rennes, honestly. Like, they spent some money this year, and I was hoping that they would do better in the league, but because they ended up in a Europa League spot last season, I think, they went out and got Niang, they got Hatem Ben Arfa, and I think they got somebody else too. They were actually trying to do something this season, and I don't know what's going to happen with them in the league, but...
Well, some.
They were like, you know what, like, since we're going to be in Europa League, like, we're trying to actually do something this season. They spent some money.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure. And this is where Dembele came from.
How's he doing in the league?
Right now, I think they're like 6th or something. I can't remember. So I put that, Rennes is starting Niang, Ben Arfa, and Ismail Assar, who I think Hardy loves him because he's from Senegal. I put that PSG is starting Neymar, Mbappe, Di Maria up top, and Dani Alves is starting, and Cavani's on the bench. I'm not gonna go through like all my notes, but I'm gonna go through like,
Whenever you talk about Cavani not playing, you get screamed at on Twitter.
Oh,
like randoms that be mentioning us. I'd be laughing. One dude was like, "He's literally injured." I'm like, I didn't know he's injured.
Who said that?
Somebody, you didn't see it. I think it was a tweet towards you. It was like at like 2 a.m.
I didn't see
we made it when you were talking about Cavani not playing.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
For some reason, I didn't see it. I mean, I would have responded.
Shoulda. You didn't get in the clip. Wow, that was an attack.
Yeah, I didn't see that for some reason. Okay, so careful. 2nd minute, I put whatever. 5th minute, I put that Rennes has like no offense. So 13th minute, Dani Alves had a really dope goal. It was like a bullet shot from a Neymar corner. But Neymar just kind of like picked him out, and he like shot that volley. He's missed like 50 of those this season, but that one
got to go in.
Yeah, one got to go in basically, just like his crosses. So that was a dope goal. I put there's definitely more Rennes fans there than PSG fans, like by far. Like, it was crazy.
Where was the final at?
It's at like the main stadium. What's it called? It's in Paris.
Oh, okay.
But like they're like big stadium. I
forgot like Olympic Stadium or something.
Whatever. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and also before the game, Macron, the president, I call him Manchurian Macron because I feel like he's kind of like a robot. But his name is Emmanuel Macron, and Mbappe had dinner with him. Manchurian Macron was greeting the players. I put that he probably would have fainted if one of them had on like a training vest that was yellow. He probably would have fainted because of the yellow vest protest going on. He was like, oh, he had a panic attack.
A yellow Nike one?
Yeah.
He's like, you guys aren't allowed to wear those colors.
Yeah. That was 13th minute. It was a dope goal by Dani Alves. 21st minute, Neymar had a dope chip after a dope Di Maria through pass. It was a really whack.
It was a nasty chip.
It was a nasty chip, and it was a really bad giveaway by Ben Arfa. Ben Arfa is really annoying. He like dribbles way too much. He holds the ball way too much, and he was like holding the ball forever. And he's trying to like kind of cross it, like switch play, and it was just really lazy.
How infuriating it is when you're playing with that guy.
I remember when I said like, "Dude, you're not Messi." Like he basically said like he has to realize he's not Messi. Like,
yeah,
like you got some.
He thinks he's that dude.
Yeah, like you got some skills, but it's like, dog, like you're not helping the team by doing this like at all. Sadly, that's a part of the bad part of Neymar's game is just holding the ball too long. So there's 2-0 at this point. Let me say once again, I did not know the outcome of this game, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna fast forward until Rennes scores a goal.
Of course you did.
Because I'm like, if they don't score, like it's 2-0 already, like it's tough to come back. So I fast forwarded. 40th minute, Rennes got a goal. It was ended up being an own goal by Kimpembe, but it was also like a good shot by Traore. He just shot it, and it. But this also came after a Neymar pass was intercepted. So it's like not necessarily a counter attack, but it's a counter from a Neymar giveaway. Yeah. Traore shoots it. It goes off Kimpembe's knee. I think I tweeted that Kimpembe is trying really hard to get on somebody's worst 11 of the season.
I saw that.
Right. So I'm like, okay, it's 2-1. I'm going to fast forward some more. Like, we'll see. I'm like, okay, I'm going to fast forward until Rennes scores. And if they score and it's 2-2, then I'll just watch from there. Yeah. So 66th minute, Rennes scored a dope header off a corner. I don't know who the hell was supposed to be defending him. It looked like I think it looked like he got away from Di Maria. I can't remember. So it's the 66th minute. So I'm like, okay, it's level 2-2. I'm going to start watching again. Mm-hmm. Basically, it goes into extra time. At extra time, Cavani came on for Draxler. I ended up not being able to see that much of it because, like, the recording cut off, obviously, and like I couldn't.
Wow, that's underwhelming.
Yeah, but so then I just like looked it up and I saw that Mbappe got that red card. I was like, oh, that was nasty. And I put so PSG lost on penalties. But like everybody on PSG made their penalties until Nkunku. And Nkunku had to come on because Mbappe got that red card. Mbappe kind of cost the team a little bit. Not to say we don't know that Mbappe would make it, but it's like you got Nkunku out there. Like that would have been Mbappe at some point on these penalties. So like it wasn't just like, oh, he got the red card. It's like, no, you kind of cost your team too because you got this guy out here who like Tuchel doesn't really have much trust in him. Yeah. Like he doesn't really play that much under him. He skied that penalty. I'm like, what's up with Tuchel the genius? Like, what's up? Cavani obviously didn't get to play that much, but I'm like, okay, I thought he was injured. I have no idea what's going on with that. Okay, so they lose the cup final. Shout out to Rennes. That's great for them. And I also put I thought Tuchel was a genius. The next game after the cup final, which is Tuesday, PSG goes to play Montpellier in Montpellier. They lose 3-2. Such a bad game. Like, garbage. Cavani's doesn't even suit up for the game.
What is going on?
I'm like, yo, what's going on? And you know what? Like, it's not even about like Cavani necessarily. It's like, how come nobody like ask like what's going on? Like, is he hurt or not? Like, what's the deal? Because it's just weird to me. Like, if it was any other player, if it was Mbappe, if it was like, Neymar, even Draxler, I think like Neymar, like or Di Maria, maybe. I'm like, you would be like, hey, like, how come it's like he's getting these spots? Is he injured? Like, what's going on? I don't think anybody's asking Tuchel about it. Yeah. I don't know what's going on, and like I feel like Cavani's kind of classy and not like saying anything in the media, but maybe he will. But yeah, so this is another game where Dani Alves, who's like trying to say, let me go back because I forgot that I wanted to talk about what happened at the end of the Rennes game. Mm-hmm. So your boy, Mr. Emotional Neymar. Yeah. So after the game, they're going to get their second place in the cup medals. They're walking up.
My favorite walk right through people up to the top.
And frustrated. And there's a dude who's a Rennes fan, I guess, and he's like saying things to all the players when they walk up. He says something to Neymar also, and Neymar stops, and like the dude says something, and Neymar,
and he kind of gave Neymar a look, like trying to flex on him too.
Okay, whatever.
No, I'm not justifying it. I'm just saying.
All right.
Like it was like, all right, well, y'all gonna throw down or what? Then
Neymar got murder on? No, I'm joking. He definitely didn't. He gave him a love tap in the face.
It was like a.
Yeah, I'm like, that's really weak. But like, shout out to the dude for not like reacting.
I wish he fell over and then like started spitting blood all over the ground. Like, damn! I wish he fell over and started making himself roll down the stairs. Like
I have a seizure.
Like I'd have been like, sell that shit.
You just say Neymar a hater now.
No, I want it for the view. I want to watch that Twitter video.
Yeah.
I want to watch that clip.
So here's what I wrote down.
Yeah.
So Neymar hit the fan. Mm-hmm. Tuchel spoke out against it. Dani Alves spoke out against it, and Neymar himself apologized and spoke out against it. It's unbelievable to me that Neymar started that next game. It's unbelievable. Like, I got into a little thing with somebody on Twitter. It was whatever. Like, he was saying that the team shouldn't be punishing him for that. I'm like, it's literally unbelievable to me that Neymar hits a fan. He punched him. I mean, not like he stole on him, but he slapped him kind of in the face. We all seen it. Neymar saying he did something wrong. Tuchel saying he did something wrong, and other teammates were saying he did something wrong, and he's playing the next game.
But do you think that because he said those apologies, the reason why he got the start?
If that's the case, that's garbage. Because I'm sorry, dude. Like, you gotta sit a player down. Like,
the
you gotta
whole
sit.
Game?
Okay, if maybe you're gonna bring him on the second half.
Okay,
but like to start the next game, it's like there's no punishment for that. I don't know if the league is gonna punish him or not. Like, I don't know. Like, they haven't said anything yet.
The French Cup final, right?
Yeah, French Cup final, which is like the league. Well, Mbappe got the red card. He didn't play the night against Montpellier. I don't think he suited up. So maybe, I don't know if that transfers to like the league games. I'm not sure. But like that was really telling to me. Like, honestly, I think Tuchel is like a fan and he's not a real coach. I'm like, it's really whack. Because here's another thing too. In the game against Rennes,
yeah,
this is like not really conspiracy, but this is like what's up. This is what's going on with PSG. I think it's just like the Dani Alves Neymar like show with like when Neymar is out, like it's the Mbappe show. But like, I feel like Tuchel's kind of like beholden to these people, because Dani Alves, when he scored that goal, he ran over and jumped in Tuchel's arms. So like, they're cool. Like, there's no like thing with Tuchel and like Dani Alves. And Dani Alves plays all the time, even whether he does good or not. I'm just like, I can't believe that you're going to tell me that the dude can hit a fan and nobody's justifying his actions, and he's going to start the next game.
That is pretty wild. I mean, I was surprised. I guess, okay, like, I'm not trying to say that, like, I understand why he didn't, but it's like, I guess in terms of just the rule set, he was still allowed to play, so they let it go by.
Really
but the problem is that you do need to set a precedent. You can't. The thing is, when you don't punish behaviors, that means that they're accepted. So that's the problem. You especially when you're a coach that's here in your first year, you need to set a tone and precedent.
You have no authority,
because there's already an assumption or like a feeling that Neymar kind of runs PSG like it's his team. So it's almost like, and it'd be just like, you know, LeBron kind of Lakers thing. Like, it's like if LeBron went and punched a fan or pushed a fan, and then he starts the next game, like, dude, I'm like, that's not right, man.
And
you gotta
nobody's justifying. Nobody's justifying those actions.
No, him starting the game or not starting the game doesn't mean that, like, him starting the game doesn't mean that. I mean, not starting the game doesn't mean that you're like, oh, like the fan isn't getting punished either. Like, of course the fan is there too, but the fan didn't put hands on him first. Like, if the fan jumped into that thing or whatever and then punched Neymar, I'd be like, whatever. Hell no.
Yeah, he could stab him.
Or even if Neymar walked up and the fan swung first, that's an issue too.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I'm gonna be real. Even if the guy said racist stuff, you can't do that, dog.
No, sorry.
Because once you do that, that's a whole different story.
And they said that he was saying stuff to every player. Every player walked by.
Yeah, I watched the video. I'm like, what made you different about it?
Yeah, exactly. You need to control. Yeah, and they're like, oh, he doesn't like to lose. Nobody likes to lose.
Yo, get out of here. Well, he doesn't like to lose.
Nobody likes to
lose. Who the hell made it to become a professional player? Let alone if you're PSG, you're probably one of the best in the world. Arguably,
you like to lose.
You like to lose. Get the hell out of here. That's dumb. That's a dumb mindset
exactly.
and a dumb reason.
Yeah, I'm like, all the players that lost that game.
Yeah, that was unacceptable by him. But the problem is, it only feeds into what the perception about Neymar is. It's just what's going on with this dude?
Yeah, and it feeds into the perception about PSG, and it was really sad for me to see them PSG talk guys kind of justifying Neymar's actions. I'm like, dog, you don't gotta ride that hard, dude. Like, you don't, because my thing is always like, would you be riding that hard if it was another team or another player that did that? No, of course not. You're just doing that because that's the team you like. That's not fair. Like, we're talking about sports. It's got to be fair.
If after that, who put Champions League to lose to? Man U?
Yeah.
What if like a Paul Pogba had punched a PSG fan?
Thank you.
They wouldn't have rolled hard for Punk, but they'd be like, well, it makes sense. He was mad. Or...
No, yeah, he wouldn't say, oh, like they said something racist.
No, you can't do that.
No, and I haven't seen any player get racist treatment and run up and punch a fan. I've not seen that. Have you seen that?
Wish some of them got that, but at the same time, same time, even if a player did that,
yeah, you're right.
I'm understanding like you did that and like you went to that, so like it's like you're gonna sit the next game. You're not playing.
I get it, but it's wrong.
But I get why you did that, but doesn't mean that like it's okay for me to continue like nothing happened tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Something definitely happened. Like we talked about this before when Neymar came to PSG. What was about? What was the purpose? Where we're going? Here we are, year 3, and it's like, hey man, like I don't think this isn't the guy you're gonna be. You're not this guy.
So this is what happened after this. Wait, because I cut you off?
No, go ahead.
No, did you feel like I cut you off?
No, you're good.
All right, am I talking too much about PSG?
No, I'm down. I'm down to get into PSG.
Which one is it? Did I cut you off?
I was like, I didn't know. I thought you had to elaborate on it. It's all good.
No, I'm going to bring up more about it. Relax. You got these glasses, so you got murder on your mind. You got a do-rag.
I'm just letting you know, I'm a star. So I'm wearing a star boy.
Okay, so this also is what Neymar said after the game against Rennes when they lost the final. I need you to listen though.
Yeah.
You want me to wait till you're done texting? Because you can't listen and text at the same time.
Wow.
Thank you.
Okay.
Neymar said
that.
Neymar said we need to be more like men in the dressing room. We must be more united. I see a lot of young players who are not lost exactly, but they lack more ear than mouth. Like they speak more than they listen. They must listen more than they talk. Sometimes a more experienced guy speaks and they answer back. The coach himself speaks and they retort. This is not how a team goes far. We are more experienced, so they must respect us a bit more, listen a bit more. I had to do the same when I was starting out. So this is what Neymar had to say after that game. I guess, people said that it's aimed at Kimpembe. People said it's aimed at Mbappe. I don't know.
I don't know if it's aimed at Mbappe.
I mean, who knows? I mean, he's talking about.
I don't hate that quote because I like the end of it. I like the last part where he said that I had to do with myself.
Yeah, but who does Neymar listen to though?
No, but okay, but I don't know that either. But like everything's an assumption about who it is, and everything's an assumption about who he listens to. I don't even care. I'm just saying. I don't care. I'm just saying, like I would hate the quote if he didn't like apply it to himself as well. But the thing is, like I mean, you definitely don't need this. Like talking, you don't need this media stuff. You really don't. You don't need to be doing this. This doesn't help anybody. Like subliminal disses never get you nowhere, and they don't improve or help. Even if you're talking about coming together as men on a team, coming together as men, quote unquote, on a team that doesn't start off by you coming at each other in the media, sneaky dissing. That's not how it goes.
Yeah.
If you want to come together as men on a team, handle it handle it in the locker room, handle it at a dinner, invite everybody over to your baller crib and talk it out and be like, look, hey man, we got a couple games left. We just got to get it cracking right now. I don't care what happens. Let's just shut up and play. That's what you would do. Not this. Yeah. This is not how to do it.
Well, here's one thing I will assume, and I'm going to assume this based on like every time they show like halftime, like before the PSG's coming back on the field, I see Dani Alves kind of like talking to the players and stuff like that. So I think he's talking about Dani Alves is trying to like tell them stuff and they're answering them back. And I'm like, I can see that because he's not out there balling like that. Like, my thing is like this, like either it's about the team or it's about you. And sometimes when it's about the team, like you gotta go. And I wouldn't be mad at some player being like, dog, like, look, we're already out of Champions League and you wasn't there. Like, I don't want to hear it, dude. Like, I could see somebody, like, Kimpembe's been playing like trash and maybe like his, that penalty at the end of that Man U game got to him. Like maybe like he's been like feeling really bad since then. But, like, what you gonna be like, dog, you wasn't there. Like, you be hurt and you be in Brazil. Like, I don't know. Like,
yeah, and the thing is,
not to say that's a right thing to say because you can't avoid injuries, I guess. But, like,
no, but I mean, like, also with if it is about, if it is applying to, like, Dani Alves is, like, when I see that stuff, sometimes I'm just like, I guess, like, you're being a leader, but maybe you're just annoying as hell.
maybe them players don't respect Tuchel. They're probably just like, you're just a Neymar tip writer.
They might not even respect Nelius too.
Yeah,
who knows,
or
man?
Neymar.
Who cares?
Yeah, they might be like...
People got to stop assuming that just because like these guys are players and people are good, that every single player is going to like them and respect them. They don't work like that.
No.
Some of these dudes made it to the top with not needing that kind of motivation in their life. Like, nah, man, I did this on my own. I don't care about you or anything you're doing.
Like some players,
and I'm not saying that's good or wrong.
Yeah.
I'm just saying like everybody's different.
Yeah, for sure.
Like everybody comes observing soccer as a fanboy. Everybody comes in as a fan. They worship these players. They think that certain players are like god tier compared to the others.
Yeah.
And the thing is when you're in that locker room, and I don't even have experience at that high level, but when there's people that are way better than you, when you're in there, you don't like feel that. You don't be in the locker room and be like, wow, look, I'm sitting next to this guy. You literally just be like, y'all some good, and he's really good, but y'all like in the same room. You're together.
And you know what? You know why? How you would feel like that? Is if this is the player that puts it on his back and he wins it for the team.
Yeah.
So somebody's going to feel like that about Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to feel like that about Messi.
I don't feel like that about Dani Alves, dude.
No.
I don't feel like that. I just feel like it's an older player trying to be in my ear all the goddamn time. A vet.
And you're not going to feel like that about Neymar. No. Because Neymar hasn't put it on his back and won it for the team at PSG.
Like Neymar gives you that initial like wow factor because he's a
baller.
He's a baller and he's arguably top 3 in the world.
Yeah.
So like you have that like whoa, like this dude
very
is
good.
Like if he can do stuff, and especially if he first comes to your team, it's the guy. You've been there 3 years now, homie. So it's like you already know he's already there and like he's gonna be there and he's still there. So it's like you're not coming into this being shocked by him. So it's like, are we gonna do this every week or are we gonna do this right now?
People know that skills, you got to have that leadership quality, and I don't feel like the players are probably just like, dog, like when we need you, you're not here, so I don't want to hear it.
Think about this. I really don't like being the gossip guy. I really don't. But like Neymar got injured, right? Again, shockingly, when it's important, he got injured.
Damn.
He goes. I'm really not trying to be this dude. But let's just keep it real. He gets injured.
Super Saiyan.
He gets injured. Then he's like out in Brazil. He's out doing Red Bull video game tournaments. He's out in Brazil going to his sister's birthday. He's gone all the time, and he's coming in and out and back. I'm like, dog, you're not gone, and then being a presence out there still. And I'm not asking you to
he was at the venue game.
He's at some games for sure, but he be taking these holidays when he's injured and he comes back, and I'm not saying he has to not to be. It's like the thing is you can't teeter-totter.
No,
like you either can't. Be a dude or you be this dude. Either you be the guy that comes back, and then when you come back you stunt and go hard, or you stay the whole time and you be whatever, and then you be the like there has to be a lane. You can't pick the right lane but then pretend you're the guy out on the left side. It just doesn't, it can't be like that because whatever we see is probably 10% of what's real, and what they're saying is probably more real, and they probably hate it more.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna be like, I'm not saying that a player should feel like this, but I wouldn't be mad if a player's just like, dog, you wasn't here,
dog. And especially because they have a grip of young dudes on that team.
Yeah,
there's a grip of young dudes. The thing is like you have a grip of young dudes. You have like probably 4 veterans on this team, right? Probably 4 or 5 veterans.
Well, Cavani's gotten he's out now, so I don't even know.
He's just riding horses. It doesn't matter about that.
What the hell's going on?
But like you have 4 or 5 veterans, you have a grip of actually maybe 6. I don't know. But you have a bunch of youth. The thing is like in order to you're gonna have a team full of emotions.
Yeah. Because
these are all a bunch of hungry sharks. They want to shine. They want to be good. They want to be the top, and then they're gonna get frustrated all the time because they're young.
Yeah.
The biggest thing about being young is having no patience, no tolerance. So I don't get mad at them for being frustrated, having a hard time, or even like not wanting to listen to Tuchel or Dani Alves because it's been a long year and they're probably just fucking over it.
Yeah,
it's annoying.
Yeah, I don't know. So here's the question, and we probably talked about this before, but like, do you think Neymar's been worth it?
No.
They paid $200-something million for him.
I think exposure-wise, he's been worth it. I think branding, he's been worth it. I think
overall, I think
it's worth it. I think business side, he's been worth it.
Yeah.
Of course, competition-wise, it's not been worth it because you do not drop 200 millies allegedly on a player to not finish any farther than you did before and lose and all that. You don't do that. Yeah. You don't do it. I'm sorry. You didn't pay that much for Neymar when you had with 33-year-old Zlatan to get to the same spot. They
got farther without Neymar.
Yeah, the thing is, you don't pay for that. So, unfortunately, competition wise, either it's not him or either you could say, I guess because he's the biggest spending, you have to attribute to him. But even around him, the team wasn't constructed in a sense to win, and they didn't win. They didn't finish it. So, but business wise, obviously things took off. I'm sure that the exposure, everything's changed, and they got the Jordan stuff, all that, whatever. Like things are big on that end, but competition wise, I don't think it has not been. You cannot tell me competition wise has been a success. You can't tell me that. No, there's no way.
You think he's going to be there next year?
Him and Mbappe actually, huh? Because they actually paid a lot for Mbappe too.
Yeah,
huh?
like 180.
Yeah.
Do you think he's going to be there next season?
I don't advise it, but he's going to be there.
Oh, you think he's going to be there?
I think he's going to be, but I don't advise it.
So, do you think both him and Mbappe will be there?
I think Mbappe is going to be there longer than he is.
But do you think next season they'll both be there?
I think they will be, yeah. But I don't, like I said, I don't advise it. You know what? I'm going to keep it real. If they had played the whole year and flamed out, Neymar would be gone. But just because he's gone for a little bit, you were able to like be like, oh, what if kind of crap.
Yeah, I feel you.
Even though I'm like, literally, you're the king of like playing us with the what if because you're never there.
It'll be really whack if he leaves and he missed.
You said it before. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm saying it'll be really whack if he leaves this season because it's two full seasons and both seasons he was injured for Champions League. It'll be really whack if he leaves.
And then you gotta go, dog.
That's really whack, dog. You gotta play at least one Champions League full campaign.
You said it before. He better ball out in Copa America. You better show us something because you cannot.
It's over for Neymar if he doesn't.
You can't do this.
It's over for him.
It's actually unfortunate for him that there's like 5 tournaments in a row because like there's no break. There's no Neymar break. It's
whatever.
No, I'm saying like
nobody's getting a break.
There's no reset. There's no reset. Like this year finish you flame out, and then you have a summer tournament and you flame out there too. That's not good, dog. That's a lot of L's going on, buddy.
I don't dislike Neymar, and I feel like those comments after the Rennes loss were out of frustration, and maybe he's annoyed at some players on the team. And players do that sometimes. They talk too much. Yeah. I don't dislike Neymar, but like the person I'm the most upset with, or just like I think is very whack, is Tuchel, because you just don't have any authority, and like it's just whack when you're trying to be the manager, and like it's obvious you don't have any authority in that locker room, and it just sucks that like for some reason like when people talk about PSG, they talk about, oh, they don't have any personality, they don't have any of this. I'm like, you have that player there that is a forward. You have that guy with that character, that drive, and for some reason, he's getting put to the side when it's when we don't have any answers.
You can already tell. Well, you know when there's frustration is mounting, there's stress, there's people not being comfortable and it's that environment. When you have a coach that's not the front lines being like, look, I don't care what's going on with them. This is my team. It's my responsibility. Anything that's going on with our game, it's on me. So y'all can put the blame on me. Like you really can't put the blame on me because that's my job. I'm the coach. I'm the front. People like to see coaches as a father figure. Well, look, my children are doing well. I'm failing them. Like I'm gonna help them come out of this in adversity. Yeah. Like, he's not that dude. He's never been the dude to be on the front lines taking the L's.
He just keeps saying there's not enough players. I'm just like, what are you talking about?
I hate that.
Yeah, that's very whack. Like, you got $1 billion, dude. Like, relax. Anyway, that's enough.
Cap.
Yeah. Okay, Caesar.
Yeah.
Oh, are we going to do the Avengers review if we have time, if my battery lasts? No, I should have brought the cord.
As usual.
Caesar. There is some really tragic news that happened recently in the NFL, National Football League of America. I was watching the draft. Well, not like watching, but like there was like on. I was somewhere and it was like on. And I seen they were talking about Tyreek Hill. And I was like, they were like repeating some of those statements. Like, whoa.
I was like, again?
Yeah.
I was like, uh-oh. When they said like Tyreek Hill, I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah. And they were like, I mean, it was a lot. You actually listened to the audio, right?
Yeah.
I didn't listen to the audio.
What was your worst
I didn't listen to it.
What was the worst quote you read?
I mean, honestly, I feel like they're not putting all the real stuff in there. I mean,
I have the worst one.
Go ahead.
The worst one is when they're on the phone and then she says like, oh, like asking basically like, oh, do you know your child's afraid of you?
Yeah. Oh,
and then he was like, "B, you better be afraid of me too." Yeah, I was like, "Hey, man."
Well, what did he break the kid's arm or something?
Yeah, the kid has a. They're like, "Oh, there's people and saying like, oh, like there's no video, everything." I'm like, "Yo, the kid's walking around with a broken arm. Can we can we take a second and not cape? Can we just not cape when there's a damn
there's children
how
involved?
Is he 3?
Yeah,
that's barely outside of being an infant." Being injured like a toddler, yo, like it's a toddler with a broken arm. What's the saddest thing to ever see is when you see a little kid with a broken leg up the arm, be like, oh no,
your bones aren't even like that hard yet. How did it break?
When I see that, I'm like, oh,
okay.
No water.
Oh God! You want some of this?
Yeah, sure. I'm dying.
That's gonna make it worse. Okay, Caesar. I was reading this article in the USA Today Sports. You okay?
Oh God, who drinks this stuff?
Real ones do. When you got murdered.
Can you reach that for me? That jar.
Can I what?
Jar.
Can I what?
Mason jar.
You want to grab that for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. 1 second.
Okay. Let me read the whole article first.
No, I'm not gonna read the whole article. Okay. I didn't really want to get into all the details of like that case. It's crazy, and everybody knows about it. If you don't, look up Tyreek Hill. Tyreek. Kind of wild. This woman, Nancy Armour, wrote in USA Today Sports. She's saying that it's an opinion piece. Was that what I thought it was? No?
No.
She said that NFL team... The reason I thought this was kind of cool because it's similar to what we've been saying about racial abuse in soccer. She said that NFL teams don't care about domestic violence. Losing draft picks would change that. Yeah,
she been listening to We Made It.
Yeah, I think so. I was like, a word. Let me see. She said that the prospect,
No, good.
She said that NFL teams are doing a disservice not only to the women they're putting in harm's way, but to the men who desperately need help. Domestic abuse and physical abuse are usually learned behaviors, and the cycle will not be broken without extensive therapy and continued support. Too often, NFL teams leave these players to fend for themselves, setting them up to fail. And honestly, that was the situation with Tyreek Hill. He had a history of this behavior. She said the prospect of losing draft picks would not only force teams to make better choices about the men they bring into their organizations, it would compel them to ensure those players are getting the resources they need so they aren't a threat to their families or anyone else.
The biggest issue the NFL had since the early Roger Goodell days is there's always accountability on the players for having this code of conduct, behavior, dress code, ethics, and everything, but that's never been consistent with teams having having to adhere to the same policies. The people, Jim Irsay, countless owners, teams' actions and behaviors they've never had to be accountable for anything other than some like little one-up cheating advantage on deflated balls or recording practice tapes. That's an issue. But when it comes to people's lives, CTE, brain injuries, all that, and rape and all this stuff, the players are the ones that. And I'm not saying that players should be like left alone, but I'm saying like if players are going to be punished, held accountable, you also got the teams that host these guys because if anything. Wow. Who knows them better than those teams that play the facility and the team? They know what they have there. They know what's going on. Yeah. And trust me, like the locker rooms and that environment. Don't think that like these teams are oblivious.
No.
They know there's problems. A lot of these guys come. I mean, they're there a lot. They're there a lot throughout the year. The NFL season may not be long, but those players are there a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a bunch of staff.
There's staff that know. There's people that know what's going on, and I don't think enough is done. I mean, I was happy that a few years ago you started to see a surgeons and like sports psychologists and therapists and people coming into the role, but things aren't being done to make it enforced. These psychologists they're not team players aren't obligated to see them and I think that things like this as we move towards an era of more like awareness towards mental illness and issues that people have in their lives, the perception to change. That seeing a psychologist therapist, especially for these athletes, it's not a punishment. It's not that you necessarily it's bad for you. It's just good for you in general. You got a long year. You're away from home. Got a lot going on. It's okay to have somebody to talk to, because a psychotherapist isn't someone that's going to correct you all the time. There's someone that's going to listen to you.
And those players, there's a lot of pressure, and there's a lot of like aggression, and there's a lot of like I feel like
it's an aggressive sport.
And there's all this competition. These guys are your friends. They're also your competitors. It's a lot, and I feel like, especially an NFL player, like that grind your whole life, like you're gonna have some level of PTSD, kinda. Yeah. You need to have somebody you can go to and trust and be vulnerable with. That would take a lot of pressure off these guys.
Whatever it takes the competition level to become professional at other sports, NFL to me has always been crazier because it's not just competition, but it's also how people, the type of competition they're doing, the types of battles they're having, the kind of what you need to unlock in yourself, and that gridiron mode, and that entire
you're putting your life
thing,
on the line.
You are, and that builds up. And if you talk about some of these kids are doing popcorn or hitting at like 7 or whatever, 8, you build that up until now. That's insane. It makes sense why these careers have such a short shelf life.
Yeah,
because humans aren't built for this. This isn't what they're built for.
And for all the domestic violence stuff that's come out, I'm sure there's like quadruple that doesn't come out.
Absolutely. Whatever you're hearing is just a pinch of what's going on in reality.
So what do you think about that idea? Like the teams, I don't think she's saying just like if it happens, the team loses draft picks, but like maybe if the teams like are kind of, they knew about something and they're covering it up, or like they're not like taking any real action, because like the Ravens kind of like they knew about the Ray Rice thing before it happened, like before it came out, and there was like some issues that I kind of can't remember. It's a while ago. Do you think that losing draft pick thing is a good idea?
Yeah, I think a team should absolutely be held accountable for knowing information about players being hurting people, any kind of illegal activity, any kind of violence of any sort. They know about that, and they withheld information and continue just so they could keep the player winning for their own competitive advantage. They need to be punished for that.
Absolutely,
they need to be punished. Like they absolutely need to be punished that, because, like I said, the code of conduct cannot just be instilled on players like Pac-Man Joes and everybody, etc. in the league players. It needs to also be teams and be held for it. They need to be held to that same standard.
Yeah, and they released Kareem Hunt after that video came out, but I was like, dang, she hit him first. That
was a stance you took.
I'm not saying he should have stolen.
I thought it was really cool. Shannon Sharp said that. I thought he did a really good video on it, and he was saying,
"You send your link to your boy." Damn.
I don't actually listen to Shannon Sharp, but sometimes he does say some really cool stuff. I like
Shannon Sharp a lot.
I don't have any problems with him. I'm saying I don't watch the show. So like when he said that, I thought it was really cool. He said that like there's you had issues in the past. You saw what happened to Kareem Hunt, and you didn't learn. You didn't take that as a lesson. You weren't afraid, nothing. So like now you gotta pay for it now. Yeah. And he's like, he's saying that people like saying like, oh, like this and this and how what's going on, but you need to. But like the simple fact that like at the end of the day, like this kid, your job as like a father, your child is obligation. The child is supposed to be somebody you protect, you raise, and you're protecting your child. And it's the opposite when the kid has a broken arm.
Oh no, he's a certified abuser.
It's terrible. It's a terrible situation. It already sucks to hear about all the domestic violence. And then when you start to hear like kids are on, that's when it like really.
I seen the pictures of Adrian Peterson kid. I was like, that's too much, bro. Still playing. I'm like, that's too much, dog. Like that's a lot. Like, whatever. How you get down and punish your kids, but I'm like, what I seen them pictures, I'm like, you went way too far.
And I don't think that people should use an argument that like, well, I was beaten worse. I don't think that. You need to understand that if your argument to something is that I don't care that how bad that kid got beat, I've been beat worse. That doesn't mean what you went through was necessarily okay or better.
My mom used to bust me upside my shit, but she never did no mess to me like that. When I seen her Adrian Peterson's kid,
it must be nice being able to talk free will. I'm not going to comment on anything because I'm scared, but not playing. You need to understand that not everybody's situation, just because it happened to you, means it's okay.
Yeah, of course.
It needs to be an understanding that, like, it should be like, hey, it happened to me. That I'm sorry that happened to that kid too. That's not right. That's how it should be, because you can punish. You can have a limit to whatever, or you can have your own threshold how to punish a child. But there's a definite limit. There's definitely like, that's too far.
Yeah, that's
Peterson pictures. I'm like, hey man, you got a lot going on. There's probably all them Sometimes you got hit in the head when you were playing in Oklahoma City.
I don't know. You're an abuser. That's all I got.
Big time.
Okay, Caesar. Really quick. Did you see the what Marcelo Bielsa did?
What?
Okay, so Leeds was playing Aston Villa, and like Leeds scored. Bielsa's the coach of Leeds. They scored when Aston Villa had a player down, and they basically should have kicked the ball out. He was saying, or they were saying, and Leeds scored. So Bielsa was like, okay, let Aston Villa score a goal. Like, just let them score a goal, so it's fair. Do you think that's cool or no? Would you do that? No. All right. Anyway, I just thought that was interesting.
That was very grimy, though.
Okay, Caesar, Avengers.
We can talk about it a little bit.
Okay, anybody who hasn't watched Avengers Endgame, spoiler alert. Just
spoiler in 3, 2, 1.
Iron Man dies. Cut it off now. Well, I guess hope you should cut it off before.
Well, I mean, it's already too late to say Iron Man dies.
Well, whatever. Everybody knew that.
People get beat up in theaters over that.
But everybody knew that. I knew that he died before the movie too.
I didn't.
You didn't know? I thought you was about that life.
No, I'm not.
Oh, what'd you think of it? Real quick, because I ain't got that much battery.
Like I said, I thought it was a pretty good movie. I thought it was pretty good. Now, I don't think it was mind blowing. I thought that like when you find out that the plot is just like, hey, let's just make a jump back in time to fix everything. I was like, especially when we watched the last one together, Infinity War, when they all died. We watched it together? Yeah, we did. When they all died by dust, I was like, oh well, I was like, oh, there's no blood, so I guess they're all gonna be able to come back.
Well, yeah, for
sure. When people just turn to dust, I'm like, oh, they're gonna be able to come back because there's a guy over there who's doing shape shifting time portals. I'm like, anything can happen. Come back, they do a time machine. I'm like, this is definitely like
quantum realm.
Yeah, I'm like, you definitely wrote something, and you're like, hey, like we got to cater to all ages. So that was a very all ages plot line to me.
So did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it. It was cool.
So your criticism mostly was
I didn't think it was the greatest thing I ever seen. I didn't feel like I needed to tear up or I was like, this is amazing or wow, like I can't, my mind blown. I thought also, I'm gonna say this. For a 3-hour movie, I think it did very good for a 3-hour movie. Yeah. Because a 3-hour movie, you're asking a lot of me. You're asking a lot of me. And I was like, hey, it's all good.
I wanted it to be 5 hours.
I didn't because them seats were awful, but I was like, hey, like it, that was pretty good for a 3-hour. You did a lot for a 3-hour movie. I respect that.
What'd you think of
There wasn't ages and ages and ages of talking. There's just half of it.
Okay, my main 2 criticisms of the movie, I thought it was okay. Honestly, I didn't love it. But I don't really like superhero movies that much anyway. My main criticism was how whack Hulk was, and I really wanted him to fight Thanos, and he didn't. I thought that was very whack.
Hipster Hulk.
Yeah, it was very whack.
He was very
he barely got used.
He was kind of PC Hulk, actually.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of PC stuff in the movie. And also, I just felt like Captain Marvel, like her powers weren't very defined. I didn't see the Captain Marvel movie. I felt like she was too powerful. Like, I'm like, her stuff's not really defined, and it seems like she's like Superman, kind of. It's like...
And they didn't use her enough.
Well, she was out in space doing something, whatever, but like...
Saving money. Trimming the budget.
But I didn't see the Captain Marvel movie, but I do know about her from like before. Like,
yeah, me too. I remember when I was younger. Yeah,
and I did drop the bar that she's someone's mother.
Mm-hmm. Rogue?
Yes, that's Rogue's mom.
That's so cool.
Yeah, that's how Rogue got her powers.
I want to watch the animated series X-Men again.
Yeah. I would put that music in the beginning of this episode, but I definitely got to put "Murder on My Mind." You might be hearing it right now.
That's 8, y'all. Murder on My Mind tracker.
So what would you give Avengers 1 to 10?
1 to 10, I give it a 7.5.
Okay,
and that's how like I said, I have only a few.
Well, okay, what would you give
Marvel
Infinity
movies
War?
I like? Huh?
What would you give Infinity War?
6.5.
Oh, you like Infinity War? You like this one more than Infinity War?
I did, yeah.
Ooh, I like Infinity War much more.
I didn't like Infinity War because my feeling of why I like this more is at least Endgame was predicated kind of one thing. They did do the split where everybody went for the stones, but that didn't feel like forever. Like everybody kind of was together in the beginning, they split off, and then they got back together to do the battle. My issue with Infinity War, people liked it, but I did not enjoy the 5 different stories at the same time.
Yeah, me neither.
Jumping into space and never make a joke. Here, this person's getting destroyed. Here, this person's back making jokes. I'm like, I don't like this.
No, I feel you, but I just thought it was like there was more action, and that's what this one lacked, in my opinion, was like the action.
Okay.
But
I mean, the Endgame battle kind of went slap though.
Yeah, but they had that in the first one too.
True, they always do that. Every movie does that.
Yeah, of course. There's some anonymous creatures.
It's like when you watch Godzilla and you're waiting for Godzilla. The only thing he ever did was open their mouth and did the fire attack at the very end. I'm like, dude, really?
Yeah.
It was in a trailer.
I would give this one like a 7-1, 7-2, but I would give Infinity War like for me it's like a 7-8 or an 8, but like and I'm put that as a superhero movie.
When I say 7, I'm not dissing that.
No, me neither.
I like this movie. I definitely enjoyed watching it.
I just wanted more from Hulk.
No part of me was like, I didn't want to see it.
Yeah, I just wanted more from Hulk.
I didn't know. You know what? Another reason I like Infinity War. I didn't like Infinity War because they give you Hulk in the first 3 minutes, and he was damn near dead the whole episode. And he's in a Hulk smash suit. That was even whacker than this to me. That was whacker than this.
But that's why I'm like, okay, so then can we get him in
you got him. You got him hipster the whole time.
Yeah, it's very annoying. Anyway,
we did the best movie reviews too.
Oh, big facts! Can't wait for the new Star Wars.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be exciting, and we're also writing a Star Wars.
And it'll be the fun. Can
we start writing our Star Wars soon?
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, we'll get it.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, episode 105. We made a podcast.
105
on our right. Make sure you check us out on social media at We Made a Podcast. Everything you need from us is WeMadeAPodcast.com. Subscribe everywhere. iTunes, Google Play. Oh, leave us a review on iTunes because Caesar can read them now because he has an iPhone.
Yeah, I can start seeing what y'all talking about.
Yeah. And holler at us. 105. We Made a Podcast. Yeah.